I was talking to this girl in a wheelchair. She's like, you got to make 6 figures to talk to me. I was like, bitch, I have legs.
Yeah, like
What the fuck?
What happens when that battery in that chair die? Huh? Can it be pushed?
I came up with this thing called the dating calculator.
The dating calculator.
The dating calculator. This is how you know your worth. And so you say the woman's weight, the base weight is 155, right?
Oh, God.
And then you say the man's base pay is 55,000, right? And then every time a woman's weight goes up 5 pounds, the man's wage goes down 5,000. So if you go up to 160, 50, 165, 45.
Uh-oh.
Once you hit 200 pounds, bitch, you're homeless. That's the value. That's it. I mean, that's the truth. What do you want? I mean, come on.
6 figures, huh? All right.
And then look, the more you make the more you make as a man.
What is the average salary of a man, yo?
White, 52,000, black, 42,000.
I'm in the 52,000 category.
I make white money.
No, man, you can't say that.
Truth is, roughly 80% of women are not prepared or willing to be long-term partners. They may be beautiful, they may even be fun to talk to, but when it comes to the stuff that makes a relationship last, emotional maturity, loyalty, respect, vision, they fall flat because too many women today are taught how to attract a man and not how to keep one. They know how to post a thirst trap on IG, how to flirt over text, how to play hard to get, but they don't know how to build something solid with a man of value. And unfortunately, most men don't find this out until they're already in too deep. You commit, you invest your time, your energy, maybe even your money, and before you know, you're stuck in a situation that feels more like a job than a relationship. You're constantly trying to prove yourself, avoid arguments, win her affection back, etc. If it sounds familiar, that's because too many of you have confused chemistry with compatibility. And in today's dating market, that confusion is actually very dangerous.
Globally, it has been proven that more than majority of men are simple creatures. Some of them may have standards, some of them may have requirements. To deal with men with standards and requirements is easy until you prove otherwise. So women just need to put themselves together and work in line for the betterment of the family. If not, keep bouncing because nobody wants to settle for nothing less.
And I worked together for a weekend. He was headlining, obviously. He's the man. He was like talking to me in the green room, just like oversimplifying how easy it is to be happy, where he's just like, it's just have a good time. And I was like, but what if you're sad? He's like, what is sad? Like he just kept
just
being
don't
like,
be sad. Yeah, it's easy.
Just oh god, you're the thing in the depression books that is like a trigger for everybody, where they're like, I know it's hard when you have a friend who's just like, just don't be like that, and it's like,
yeah,
well, that friend doesn't understand.
So then you pitch me on why you have all these reasons to be sad. You're very talented. You're very beautiful. You've got a TV show in the works. True. You just did Conan. Yeah. You just on stage. People come to see you. You've got a great podcast. You have great friends. I know you have a very functional, normal, great family. So what is your... Go ahead. What are you walking? What are you driving around the town going, isn't it hard to be Taylor Tomlinson? Like, what is your problem? Go ahead. Pitch me on your problems, Taylor.
You did this in San Diego, and it was the same thing where I was driving home just like, he tricked me. How did he do that?
No, pitch me on what your beef is.
Oh, God damn. Someone else talk to him.
Okay.
Will not down. Be disrespectful to anyone. I will not be disrespectful to anyone.
Try it up. Try it up. This is what a man is going to do for you. For the women ask him, what does a man bring to the table? This is what he's going to do. Y'all have children. what he's actually going to be doing for you and for your children is creating the structure, is creating the boundary, is creating a parameter for you to say, okay, I have to stay within this or else there's going to be trouble. If people get too comfortable stepping outside of that perimeter, then you're going to have problems, right? Maybe once or twice, all right, you made a mistake. But if it's, kind of a regular occurrence, then you start to have problems because there's no control. And when there's no control, there usually tends to be chaos. And who can really get a handle on chaos? It's going to be hard.
What do women really want?
I don't care what they want. I only care what they respond to. See, my focus is a little bit different from your other guests. There's what women say they want, there's what women think they want, and then there's what they actually respond to. I'm interested in what works on the street when it's time to date and mate. And what women actually respond to is not what they say they want.
So what do they respond to?
They really respond to a guy who's a challenge, a guy who's a question mark, a guy who keeps them guessing. You see, in the beginning, the less attractive you are physically, the more you have to rely on your attitude. And that's what I wrote my book for. I wrote my book for the average-looking, even ugly guy who goes out there in the real world and tries to be a nice guy, gets his head kicked in.
So no more Mr. Nice Guy.
You can be pleasant. You see, we've got to define our terms. By nice, I mean accommodating. When you accommodate, you get what the commode gets. You get the crapola. You have to learn how to say no to a woman.
Zion Williamson, lock the phones up. You are a high pro-level athlete in the face of a franchise. As soon as a woman is stepping in your room, lock the phones up. If she don't want to do it, get her up out of there. Where are his NBA OGs at? Because he should have been taught these lessons already. Now, I'll say this, he clearly got a type. But even though Zion messed up again here, you know who messed up more? She did. I want y'all to take a good look at what that transaction says. $2,000 he's owed her. Now look at how much money she has in total now. $2,600. You are with a multimillionaire. Clearly, he's helping you. You thought it was smart to post this and fumble the bag? If you would have played your cards right and did the things that you were supposed to do, I guarantee you $2,000 would have been a lot more than you was getting. But I can tell by her tone in this video, she got a stank attitude and it wasn't going to last long. And I got to say this, I kind of feel bad for Zion. You know why? Because even in watching this video, listening to his voice and his tone, this is just a big 6'8" kid still. You can tell he's a kid at heart and he's young-minded. And I do feel like some of these women are taking advantage of that. Now, at the end of the day, he is an adult, so he has to be accountable for this. But still, brother, get it together.
So this TikToker got pregnant by her boyfriend, this guy. And then sadly, about 30 days after the baby was born, the boyfriend allegedly abandons them to move in with his ex-girlfriend. So Morgan, her name's Morgan starts making TikToks about her experience as a single mother. And her account starts to blow up because, she's likable and funny, but she made sure to keep his identity anonymous, only referring to him as the random man in Atlanta.
This baby, she's from a random man in Atlanta.
So then one day, her ex, the random man in Atlanta, the real guy, he saw her videos. So then he gets on TikTok to deny he's a deadbeat.
Morgan lies so good. Morgan can sell goddamn ice to an Eskimo.
And it was there in these videos that he admits to being the father of 6 kids. That's 6 kids with 6 different women.
Jesus.
So his response videos, they start blowing up, because now we're in some drama. And the comments are just not being kind to him. What a loser! Such a deadbeat! Bro, are you allergic to condoms? So then, out of nowhere, guess who decides to suddenly weigh in?
I'm baby mama number 1, by the way.
Yeah, his other baby mamas get on TikTok and they start weighing in one by one.
I'm baby mama number 2. He doesn't call. He hasn't called. He doesn't help with anything.
Yeah, and then of course baby mama 3 had to make a TikTok.
Really, he brought this upon himself for everybody to be popping out the woodworks or whatever.
And then we find out that these 2 baby mamas, their babies were born 8 days apart. So, Do that math. Then we have baby mama 4, and she doesn't make a video, but she does come forward on Twitter posting this. And of course, we can't forget baby mama number 5.
I came on here to reveal who baby mama number 5 was, and that's me.
And then baby mama number 6, she didn't have to come forward because we already know that's Morgan. But then, baby mama number 5 starts beefing with baby mama number 6 over who Random Man in Atlanta's main chick was and who the side chick was.
He cheated on you with me. No, baby.
And fans see this and they're going nuts. They love the drama. They're like making diagrams and
As y'all can see, our baby mama chart, aka motherboard, has already been completed.
But the best part is when baby mama number 6 gets a phone call.
I just got a phone call from baby mama I don't even know. First time hearing about her ever today.
So Morgan finds out she's not actually baby mama number 6. She's baby mama number 7. Because another woman had come forward. So Morgan got demoted from 6 to 7. But I'm happy to report none of the baby mamas are beefing at the moment. They all seem to be chill with one another now. So, that's probably best for the kids.
Fathered just as many children as Nick Cannon. I don't know why I thought there was only the robot child and like one other, but here is the complete list of Elon's baby mamas and his 12 kids.
They keep on going for the same dude. It just never ceases to amaze me. It really doesn't. Amazing.
This was my ex problem. Never want to apologize. Always want to get married. When are we getting married? Be nice to me. Have you tried being nice? Yeah, it's like y'all love to demand marriage like you just owed that. Like you're not even a good roommate. Yeah, why don't you stop planning weddings until you learn to stop putting short in the fridge where tall shit is supposed to go? It drives me insane. Things have a play. Every time I find a Red Bull in the butter dish, I want to bash your skull in. Seriously. Every kind of fridge at every economic level has a place for the butter. That's the one thing nobody in the world should be on the hunt for. And I heard a little whisper that who hurt him? I hate that lazy response. I'm not afraid of commitment. I'll have y'all know. I'm gonna tell y'all something that she don't even know until this airs. I bought a diamond a year before we broke up. Yeah, and she never got it because I taped it to the bottom of the Brita filter that she never refilled. Yeah, she's a terrible woman.
When women are in positions of power, they tend to take over everybody, including themselves. So when you give women the power in any relationship dynamic, what's her choice? To disrespect you and start talking to other dudes. Does that help her or the guy? No. She's gonna lose the house. She's gonna lose the kids. No one wins. You guys might think there's CEO or business-owned women. No, dude, they're being managed by some dude. They're not doing this all by themselves. There's always a guy in the picture who's helping them out. There's someone leading them. So there's no such thing as woman leading anything. When women lead, they lead it into the ground.
She's poor. That's why she's gonna lose. She's gonna lose because she's poor. And she can't afford a lawyer. And he's gonna win because he can afford a lawyer that knows how to put a document into evidence.
Was there ever a particular case that you think about that broke your heart?
You're gonna try to make me cry again, Stephen. This feels unfair.
What is the one case?
It was a case that I won that I should have lost. I represented a pimp. He's in prison for a long time now. But at the time, he had very brutally a woman who he had children with, and the lawyer on the other side of the case, the lawyer who represented his co-parent, his victim, if you will, was very inexperienced, and a judge who was very impatient. The key piece of evidence they had was a photograph of the way that of this woman's face after my client had allegedly beat her up quite badly. And getting a photograph into evidence is very easy, but it requires a very specific phrasing. For whatever reason, most likely lack of experience, opposing counsel, I guess, didn't know how to get a photograph into evidence. Now, normally in that situation, a judge will be helpful, but this judge was just not in the mood, and opposing counsel said, I'd like this to be marked. And then she said, could you hand it to the witness? And she said, what is that a photo of? So I did my job. I said, objection. She's asking about the contents of a document, not in evidence. which is my job. Judge said, sustained. So she said, okay, I'm sorry. Who took this photo? And she said, I don't know who took it. She says, okay, well, what is it a photo of? Stood up again, objection, asking about the contents of a document, not in evidence. And I could see opposing counsel getting flustered because she didn't know the words. And my internal dialogue at that moment was, just say it. Like, just get it right. Like, just say fair. Does it fairly and accurately depict? Just say it. Like, and I remember looking at the judge and thinking, like, you're letting this happen. You're letting this happen. Don't let this happen. Like, she's poor. She's poor. That's why she's gonna lose. She's gonna lose because she's poor. And she can't afford a lawyer. And he's gonna win because he can afford a lawyer that knows how to put a document into evidence. And there's something really wrong about that. And the judge didn't. The judge just let her drown. And she asked 3 or 4 more questions that were the wrong questions. And then she just said, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. And then she just sat down. And the case got dismissed.
So it says here in the caption, he was being paid $750 an hour to find every loophole available. And really, it's not a loophole. Usually it's just a law. It's usually just, this is what the law is. And I know the law better than you do, right? The law could be wrong. It could be dead wrong. Like, it could be like, man, somebody needs to change this. But I know it. And I know how to say, okay, like he said, there's a way that you phrase it. And then it gets accepted. And so you have to know the code. That's why you hire a lawyer. That's why you go to a doctor or hire a CPA, because they know the code. A lot of normal, average, everyday people don't know the code. Obviously, I work in a different field. How would I even know that? Well, pay me to do it for you. I don't have the money. Okay, well, then you just fail. And that's what his frustration is. A woman in the comments said, basically, she was upset with him, right? So she said, he's crying because of his guilty conscience. He knew the other lawyer was inexperienced, but yet he took the opportunity to say, object, to stop that other lawyer from showing the photo of the victim's bruises by the defendant that this lawyer was defending. When the inexperienced lawyer didn't ask the questions in the correct terms, this lawyer said, object, so that the victim can't really tell her story. This lawyer could have kept his mouth shut. Then he blames the victim for being poor, for not having an experienced lawyer to help her. Everyone in that courtroom failed the victim. No, the woman's lawyer failed her. The woman's lawyer has to take accountability. She could have said, hey, recess or something like that, right? Whatever it is. Hey, I need some help. And I'm not saying that the lawyer that was representing this woman was doing it out of any malicious intent, but she could have said, I don't know what to say, or I don't know what to do. Let me take a step back. We don't even know if this woman was a public defender. We don't know. Some of these people they literally don't know what they're doing at all. And they're coming in there representing a person. What do you want the man to do? He's hired to do a job. Well, you could have just kept your mouth shut. And you want me to take food out of my mouth? Why? Well, she's a victim. Do the right thing. I get it. But that is on the lawyer. That's not on me. I understand where she's coming from. Some things have to be bigger than money. You have to be a genuinely good person, right? If the woman is legit a victim, that man pays you to get the case dismissed. You ought to say, hey, man, I'm not taking your money. You as the man ought to say, hey, bro, you were wrong. I'm not representing you. What they want a lot of times is for men to basically sacrifice. But then if it would have been her that put her hands on the man, or basically the roles had been reversed, and that lawyer knew what she was doing, she would have pounded that man into the ground. She would have let all that go through. All the objections, and all of that. And then I wonder what the conversation would have been. Well, you know, he shouldn't have been doing this, and you know, you need to be in a certain environment, and you need to figure out where to stay and where to go, and all of the things would have been the man's fault. That's my issue with it. The man is supposed to let up. He's supposed to not do his job. But when it's the woman representing, oh yeah, just go crazy. Don't let up on him. Actually, you deserve this. You're the man. You're not a victim. You're probably the predator.
Am I the only female that'll crack their homeboy if he wasn't my homeboy? Like, if we didn't meet 10 years ago and just build this amazing bond, I would out of you, my nigga. Like, if I would have met you in the gas station yesterday, bro, got to know you a little bit, you would have got. But unfortunately, you're just my homeboy, so yeah, can't do that.
She said it, not me. She, not me. Whoever are friends with this young woman, I hope you can accept her admission of guilt, because she's having certain thoughts and possibly even certain feelings about the visuals. And for the fellas that have girls that have male friends, you might want to reconsider, because this is always right around the corner. Shoulder to cry on becomes, well, y'all know the rest. But, you know, when it's all said and done, fortunately for y'all, you ain't gotta listen to shit I'm saying, because I am just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
Who is better at communication, men or women?
Women. Women, for sure.
If men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language rather than just be direct?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Are men expected to be mind readers?
Yes.
Is there a difference between what women say that they want in a relationship and what they actually respond to?
Absolutely.
If so, how are women better at communication?
We're not.
But you just said that they were.
I lied.
Well, you have a roster, right?
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't?
Okay, how big's the roster?
Probably like starts with a 3.
Your roster's in the 30s.
Yep. But they all know I'm not twisting words.
What's the longest period of time of a guy who you're currently seeing that you've been hanging out with?
5 years.
Okay, what's the longest relationship you've ever been in?
It was also 5 years.
Also, you've been seeing this guy for 5 years. Is he dating other women?
No.
He's exclusive to you?
Yes.
But you're dealing with other dudes?
I'm honest. I tell him how it is.
Wait, so when you say you're open with them, what do you tell them?
I just say, listen, we're, again, going to keep this casual. I'm seeing other people.
But you tell them, like, all right, if Brad wants to see you on Friday, are you like, just BTW, like I hooked up with...
I booked with Jerry.
With, Jerry
yeah.
Seinfeld on Wednesday. Maybe give it another day.
I don't know if I go that in depth.
You do tell them, I'm seeing other people.
Yes.
Okay. And they're fine with that? The guys are cool with that?
If they're not, then they gotta move on.
Some guys are okay with that.
Actually, I would say 99.9% are.
So I seen this video on a man's timeline on Instagram, and he was saying the reason why men used to dance and sing in the rain and, do all these things for women is because women used to look like this. Can we be very honest? I don't mean this to be disrespectful, but a prime example, Drika, very soft-spoken, very sweet, very modest, carries herself well. Didn't Kevin Gates cheat on her? I feel like there's a lot of women who look like this still and they get cheated on. Y'all, out of all my homegirls, I'm one of the ones that's heavily tattooed. And I could tell you some of them have gotten cheated on. I have homegirls that are soft-spoken and they've gotten dogged out. I had a homegirl who got beat up by a guy because he wanted to start doing drugs and drinking. Obviously, she talked about this on her profile and stuff like that. I have a lot of friends who are very modest looking. I feel like I'm the only one who be dressing all crazy and showing out and all that stuff because that's my personality. I don't understand what this thing is where men used to do all this for modesty and all that. Those women still got cheated on. I don't understand why people think an aesthetic is going to keep you from getting cheated on. A man who wants to be kept is a man who's not going to cheat. It has nothing to do with your aesthetic. How come there's so many women out here right now who literally wear hijabs and still get cheated on? I don't understand why people think this. I guarantee you right now, we'll do something right now. All the ladies in the chat, please do not comment if you have tattoos and you dress provocatively, you post bikini pics. If your page is open and you are modest to where you wear just simple dresses, you go to church and all that stuff, please tell us your story of how you got cheated on or how a man has dogged you out. Because again, there's women who have barely 100 followers and men still dog them out. I'm sorry to say this, but I love men and I always advocate for men, but I've seen so much cheating and so much that I can't sit here and act like it's not real. That doesn't make any sense. Just like I've seen a lot of cheating on women's end as well too. I'm sorry y'all, but I think people are going to cheat on you regardless whether you're modest or not. There's women out here who will cheat on a man who works 40 hours a week and they'll still cheat on him. There's a guy who worked 2 jobs because his girl said she wanted to stay home. When he started working those 2 jobs, she cheated on him because he didn't spend enough time with her. So let's not act like there's people out here who just don't give a... Sorry, y'all, I can't stand for this because back in the day, there was a lot of cheating going on. There was just no social media. And the difference from men and women today is women back then stayed with men because they didn't have a lot of resources. Now everybody thinks they have options, so it's just a little bit different. And I feel like women are more mouthy because they're tired of this stuff. Not every man cheats, not every woman cheats, but it's just my thought process.
I see where you're coming from, but I don't know if Draca is the correct person to use in this scenario. She's been out there doing some wild stuff, but I get your point.
I'm so happy because I get to be a stay-at-home mom. And I wasn't a stay-at-home mom until like 5 days ago. I'm literally so happy today because all I have to do is be a mom and be a wife and take care of my house and just like be with my kids. And I am so happy. Like I have all the freedom in the world to, of course I have things that I have to do, but like I have all the freedom in the world to make my motherhood exactly what I want it to be like taking care of my home, to take care of my body, to take care of my family, to be praying for my husband, praying for my kids. Like all my focus is on that. And that is the biggest blessing in the world.
Men, the most romantic, loving, and masculine act that you can do is provide enough income for your wife to be a stay-at-home mother. A woman in the home is the greatest investment that you can make into your children. A pastor once said something like, you know, if you escape the headaches of motherhood when your kids are little, you'll have the heartaches of motherhood when your kids are grown. Taking a woman out of your home is like taking the heart out of your body. Okay, there will be some sort of death as a result of it. So men, I don't care what you have to do, move heaven and earth to get your wife to stay home with your children.
How many guys do you think you could get with in a day if you wanted to?
Millions. Infinity. If I wanted every single one of these guys, I could have them.
If a guy came over here, you asked him, you think he would say yes?
Yes. There's no doubt. 100%.
No doubt? Got down and tested it?
Yeah, why not?
Would you hook up with any 2 of them?
Hell no.
How good are you at house cleaning
Excellent.
and cooking?
Excellent. I'm a country girl. My dad had a farm. I was raised on a farm. We had chickens. We had pigs. Yeah, and I want to really get back to that again, actually. I just bought a house in August and getting chickens, goats, probably some ducks. But I love to clean.
Be willing to just stay home and not work?
I don't work.
Oh, that's
I'm
outstanding.
retired. Yeah, I don't work.
Okay.
Don't plan on going back. Nope.
You're going to be the provider. I'm looking for work. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What did you used to do?
Recyclables.
Really, nigga?
Janitorial.
Okay.
I picked up. I've done some time, a substantial amount of time.
Time doing what?
Incarcerated.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to specify.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Very good. Any questions?
I'm not 100% sure why he's asking her these questions. Like, are you planning on in the future becoming a provider? What are your plans here? Like, what are you thinking about doing? I think it's confusing us all. Why you ask those questions? Are you trying to get something in place so you know, just for whenever you get the job, you know, you have her kind of like on the, maybe not the back burner, but I have you here for whenever I'm ready to get a job. You know, you have all of these things and I need you to sustain me basically wholly and completely. Now, it's one thing if your man has a job, but he don't make as much as you. It's another thing for this man to be completely unemployed, asking clarifying questions like, "Nah, you're going to stay home?" You know good and well you don't need to be asking that. She don't have room to stay home if you're unemployed. Somebody got to work.
Tell me your name, your age, and where you're from. I'm Crystal. I'm 33 and I'm from California.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a porn star.
Okay. And tell me why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I live in Las Vegas now, and sweatpants in the summer is just diabolical.
My clothing brand, though, I gotta make sure I promote for my
That's
shit.
okay. It's wear shorts.
Okay. And is she someone that would be your type?
She just saying it because she'll be suffering in sweatpants in the
And
summer.
you said this is your clothing brand. What's the name of it?
Fast lane clothing.
Okay.
New merch coming out.
Okay, cool. All right, let's talk to our next young lady.
Oh, that's
Tell me your name, your age, where you're from.
My name is Kayla, and I'm from California, and I'm 30 years old.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I am an OnlyFans creator.
Okay. And tell me why'd you end up popping your balloon?
So first thing I want to say
They are
is it's really
porn
cool that you make VHS tapes, like old vintage videos. The only reason is he did look pretty young, and yeah, he's just a little too young for me.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm respecting that.
Okay. And is she someone that would be your type?
He dodged the
On a
bullet.
good day, she might.
He dodged a big bullet.
Okay.
If Tom Brady's going, Castanet going, then chances are you're going too. Now, you cannot do anything about her that want to go. If she want to go, she gonna go, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Might as well just get ready for the ride. But your self-esteem and your personal value dictates what happens after she goes. See, a lot of times men will try to work it out, try to subside this shit, welcome her back, try to forgive her and forget. Listen, bros, when you know your own value and you know that you have access to other women, that's not a option. Them bitches is like bus stops. The time a woman gives her body to another man that's not protecting or providing for her on a high level, she's just and are replaceable. Come a dime a dozen. Hoes are like bus stops. One leaves and one's coming. You don't have to hold on to the hoe. But what you gotta do is make sure that you're the best version of yourself, so when the hoe presents herself, you can show her the door. See, your personal value, your personal confidence, your personal aura is what's gonna allow you to kick out quick. So soon as that woman wanna go, she gotta go. That ugly money.
Marriage. I wanted to be married. So that's why you see many of the women in the world, especially feminists, they're full of demons. They hate men. They hate God's order. They hate God's design. They hate the fact that men are the head and that women are supposed to submit to men. They hate all of those things. This is why they don't want to get married. They don't want to have children. They want to just climb the corporate ladder. And then unfortunately, when they get older in their 40s and their 50s, they wonder why they're sitting there lonely with cats, because you rejected God's design. Not understanding that, listen, the order that God set up, you don't find fulfillment outside of him. You're not going to find fulfillment in climbing the corporate ladder, women. Young women, you're not going to. It's not going. It's going to make you feel like you're somebody.
Right.
But that nurturing that you have in you to be a wife and to be a mom is not going to come from being successful. And there's nothing wrong with being successful and having a good job. Praise God for that.
Absolutely.
But that's not your identity. Your identity is in Christ.
Yes.
And Christ calls women to be wives. And
Yes.
he calls women to be
Yes.
mothers and
Yes.
to train their children up in the ways of the Lord. And so that is also important. So don't fall into feminism,
Yes.
hating men. Don't fall into the alphabet community where you think you should just be with a woman. If you're a woman and you think you're a man, you should just be with a man. Follow God's order and follow God's design.
I broke up with my best friend because she cheated on her fiance. Yeah. Let's call my best friend Bree. We've been best friends since we were in high school. Bree had been dating her fiance for about a year before he proposed. Let's call him Eli. Eli treated Bree like gold. Basically, treated her as if she was his wife from day one, as he should. So Bree really never lifted a finger, never really did much of anything. She didn't even work. So when they got engaged, that's all she wanted was to get engaged. When they got engaged, all she cared about was wedding, 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 wedding. wedding and being in tip-top shape. Like, she immediately went out and hired a personal trainer. Let's call him Michael.
I don't blame this girl at all. Not even a little bit, man. You know, cheating is a sign of nothing but disrespect, bad morals, bad values, you know, and I know that we're all human, we're all sinners, man. But when I look at a friend, man, I want a friend that's respecting. You know, I want a friend that's respectful, that's caring, and on the path of the Lord, right? And that's something I've realized over the years, especially the past few years, having to cut people off, that weren't doing good in my life, man. You know, that weren't pointing me to heaven. They weren't pointing me to God, right? Your circle is everything. I talk about this. I've talked about this so many times in a much different way back then, sure, but your circle is everything, man. You want people to point you to God, not the world. You want people who are going to point you to the Bible, not social media. You know, not cheating, not whatever else it is, right? Put people in your life that are going to be pointing you to the Lord. That's my advice, man. Jim, Grind, and God, you guys know how it goes.
Say that again. What did you say?
Why would I want to be with a bum?
How come no man in this room has ever said that about a girl they dated? Because you're all gold-digging skanks. We're romantic. We'll take a bum McDonald's worker. You couldn't do that. No woman's ever done that. You guys date up, we date down. That means every ex-boyfriend you've had was better than you. That's why you let him hit it. Because you guys date up. So you up a lot. Could you marry a Burger King employee?
I won't do that.
Could any girl here do it? Has any girl in history ever done it? You're all dirty gold diggers. Admit you're And you know what's funny? That's the point. You abandoned him. Why did you abandon him?
I need someone financially at my level
A leader.
or higher.
But what if you're married
But
a leader?
how come the men here don't mind if she's a bum? Because we're the romantic gender and you guys of the devil.
Why do women hate prenups?
I think as a society, we're post-prenup. What I mean is, it's not a debate anymore. The answer is always yes. There's a prenup regardless. If you don't sign a prenup with your wife, who's the prenup with? Does anyone know? The state. The state creates a prenup for you when you don't sign one. So all you're doing is taking this civil case that heavily affects you financially for the rest of your life. With a prenup, you are protecting both of you. And by the way, prenups protect both of you. Does that make sense? Having your wife not be incentivized to take half your shit because of a prenup helps your wife and you stay together to raise the children in a two-parent household, which every possible study shows is the best thing for children. Am I wrong? The prenup protects both of you. And so from that standpoint, I think this is like debating flat earth. Yes, everyone should get a prenup. This is beyond discussion anymore. Shout out to Travis Hunter. He's going to lose half his money, which is good because he plays two positions. He's going to need to get two paychecks in order to make up for the fact that his no good wife is going to take half his.
Former child YouTube star Piper Raquel makes nearly $3 million on the first day that she launched her OF.
It blows my mind that there are so many men out here sending these women thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. These women do not care about you, man. You know, stay away from OnlyFans, stay away from... I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy because it's not. The only way out is right here, man. This is the only way out. I'm telling you, read your Bible, talk to God, because he's the only way. That is one of the sins that most men carry, man, is lust of the eye. You know, it is very hard, but there's only one answer, and his name is Jesus. That is your answer, and I'm telling you, these women will never care about you. You are money to them. You are a paycheck. Stop buying it. Stop consuming it. Stay away from it. Delete the Snapchats. Delete the girls on social media. Delete the Instagram. Whatever it is that you have to do to keep away from it, man, keep away from it. And focus on the three, man. Gym, grind, and number one, God.
And it blows my mind even more as to who these people are. They're talking about child star. Child star of what? Maybe I've been living under a rock. I didn't even know this young lady existed. I mean, where are we finding these women? Like, where are they coming from? What did she star in? I'm serious. American social media personality. Okay. Created content with Piper Squad, a group of content creators. YouTube channel. Teen-friendly content, like makeup tutorial, However, allegations against her mother led to YouTube demonetizing her channel, impacting her income. Huh. Didn't they do like I heard a Netflix special? Oh. Interesting. So she was in this Netflix special, The Dark Side of Kidfluencing, Bad Influence. I remember, I think I know who she is now. Like, I think I remember her face from that documentary, which I remember like 20 seconds of it. And I distinctly remember on that Netflix documentary, somebody talking about allegations of somebody's mom, them exploiting them or something like that. And I remember some dude or something like that was involved with that. Okay. Interesting. You never know. I mean, they talked about her being like a child star, like she was on Disney. That's why. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered if she was on Disney or the Animal Planet. I don't know who she is.
What's one thing your dad has taught you? They would probably have something to say.
Yeah, I'll be loving that.
You ask me that, I'm gonna be like, give me a moment to think about it.
So let's say this then.
You could give me forever to think about it.
What value did your dad add to your life? No, really. Like, you gotta tell. So he never paid for nothing. He never did.
I mean, he probably paid for some stuff.
All right. So what about if you did you ever feel like if you was in danger, you can call your dad?
For sure.
All right. So
1000%.
So you got a personal bodyguard for your whole entire life growing up. There's a lot of ladies that didn't have that. So you might have didn't get the words of wisdom, but his presence alone protected you in ways that you couldn't even see. So you feel me? So it's like every man don't got the capacity to articulate and deliver and do these things, but that don't mean I'm telling you, like, the presence of a man alone changes the whole entire landscape of a woman's life. And social media tried to take that element out. And I explained to you how.
I agree with that statement for sure.
I'm telling you, down to, look at it like this, right? I've said it, it ain't like you're gonna get into too many physical altercations. You're like, I would hope not, right? But the presence of a man prevents that as well. Prevention is because why you think the president has Secret Service? They not on the job all day shooting, killing, like ducking from, but their presence alone stops people from trying the president. Like a man could have nothing. He could be just dressed with nothing in his pockets and just walk down the street with you. And your day-to-day experience would be different just from that alone. So that don't mean that that's enough. But I'm just saying it's always something that a man.
Any man who tells you that for the rest of his life he wants to be with one woman, he's a liar. He's lying.
Lying through his teeth.
Yes. You will never see the best version of your woman if you don't have
no competition.
If there's no competition.
What about if I just compete?
That's why most of these men who are in these monogamous relationships, they are starved.
Starved?
Yes, we've got married men who don't have. Most women are married to men they didn't love. They were married to men who were just ready.
So is this the reason why there are so many married women who are cheating?
Yes. They don't love their husbands.
Because there's so many of them now.
Yes.
It's like what do you call it? A pandemic.
Why is it that these ladies always get a pass?
I don't date men anymore. I don't see them as people.
I don't believe that they should even be allowed to vote.
Yeah.
Cut it if not.
I mean,
before.
that's why we're in this situation, because they're voting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel there should be a program.
They start off in jail.
Yes. Like start off in jail. Start off with no rights. You actually get none. And then you can earn them. Then a woman can say, you know what? Like, he should be allowed to maybe vote.
He's going to vote when I want him to vote.
That's how I feel.
Let's just imagine Andrew Tate does that video, right? First of all, that's worse than a lot of what he said. I mean, let's just say he put that video out. Let's just say he did. Can you imagine just consider the backlash, consider the banning on social, consider the horrified faces of the names that would be called, right? Why do women get a pass?
The face reveal to this video just caught me off guard.
That's why you don't buy Ford, people. That's why you don't buy the Ford. You can't park there. That's a bad day for them. And I just got the Toyota, thank God. Oh my God.
Yo.
That's why you don't buy Ford, people. That's why you don't buy the Ford. You can't park there.
It's crazy.
That's a bad day for them. And I just got the Toyota, thank God. Oh my God.
I was not expecting when this video started for the face card to be this. Like, this had me dead. And it's hilarious because she did a great job. And especially it's like, that's why you don't buy Ford. Come on, people. And it's insane because I was just not expecting this. For someone that grew up in New York, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the Chinese accent, it's a hilarious accent, especially with the way I used to hear it. You know, pork fried rice and chicken wing, you hurry up and buy. And for me, it's just, that was all the time. I love Chinese food, especially from New York. So I was in there a lot. So for the fact that when this video starts, you know, you think it's authentic, it's just funny. And when the face card got revealed, I don't know, I can't hold you. This shit had me dead. This is hilarious. She did such a great job, yo. Shout out to the Chinese accent, because if you're able to do it and make fun of it and stuff, the way any other language could be made fun of, it's a good time.
For those that need to hear it, if he wanted to, he would. Right now I'm working my second shift. I just finished my full-time job, just doing DoorDash to be able to pay for date night this weekend. I pay all the bills. I do most of the cleaning, and I do all of the cooking.
Yeah, you cook, bro. That girl don't like you like that. Shorty don't like you like that. And it's a shame that you on the internet pretty much bragging that you don't even say that she don't like you like that. Anybody that watch you do everything while they do nothing, to the point that you need a second job and then you come home and do the chores too, doesn't like you like that, man or woman. As a matter of fact, she cool with you getting a second job so she can actually go talk to the person that she really likes. That's more time for her to do what she needs to do. When somebody likes you, man or woman, they try to inconvenience you as least as possible. As a matter of fact, certain things they'll be like, no, you don't gotta do it. I'll do that. Don't worry about it. Thank you anyway. That's how you know somebody really like you. If somebody comfortable with you just doing everything, they don't really like you like that. They see you as a lick. That's what they see you as. You are a lick. Damn, that boy is cooked. It's a dirty game. I hope you stay focused though.